This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. The next match is Razor Ramon versus Jeff Jarrett and the Roadie in a handicap match. Let me get you the backstory here. They faced each other, Ramon and Jarrett, at WrestleMania 11, but Jarrett's DQ'd. And then on April 8th on Superstars, Jarrett would face Aldo Montoya in a non-title match where Jarrett accidentally pinned himself. And then Jarrett was initially announced the winner, but then later Montoya was declared the winner, and Jarrett and Montoya would face each other again 2 weeks later on Superstars. And during the match, Razor comes to ringside and chases the Roadie backstage. Despite this, Jarrett picks up the win, making Montoya tap out to his figure four. The next day on Wrestling Challenge, Ramon and the 1-2-3 Kid were scheduled to square off against Jarrett and Roadie at In Your House. But then after the 1-2-3 Kid breaks his neck, they just changed this into a handicap match. It's worth mentioning that Savio Vega is new to the WWF at this time. And he actually tried out way back when, in like 1986, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out. Now it is. He's made a name for himself in Puerto Rico as TNT, and he's brought back here as your favorite and mine, Quang.
You used to call him Quang.
I did it just for you because I thought you were going to call him Quang. Either way, though, he turns into Savio Vega eventually. I'm just mentioning that because it's going to matter in a moment. So here we go. These guys, Razor Ramon, Jeff Jarrett, and the Roadie in this handicap match, they get plenty of time, 12 minutes and 40 seconds. And at the start of the match, they do something kind of cool, especially for the time. They have a live telephone interview with 1-2-3 Kid from home. And they're doing this because, again, this was supposed to be a tag match, but he's broken his freaking neck. What'd you think of the match? And what'd you think of the live telephone call between Vince and the 1-2-3 Kid at home?
Well, it's just a different way to tell the story. And goddamn, that was revolutionary during those times to be able to bring guys in and comment live and not have it skip like we do on Skype now. But I thought the match was good. I don't think it was as good as Brett and Hakushi. I kind of felt like a little off, but to me, the guy steals the show was Road Dogg, doing that Roadie gimmick. And it was early on enough where we just did so much goofy shit, and watching Brian work was, to me, just very entertaining. And that was a highlight for me, going back and watching that Roadie gimmick and what it turned into later on.
I got to tell you, he stole the show. We watched it back. I had a house full, when I decided to watch it late one night, and, everybody in the room was fascinated with who Road Dogg would later become. The Roadie character, though, just, he stole the show. It's worth watching. We should mention that, you know what's coming. Razor Ramon hits the Razor's Edge on Jeff Jarrett, picks up the pinfall. And after the match, he has Roadie up for the edge, but Jarrett clips him and then puts on the figure four. Aldo Montoya tries to make the save, but he's quickly disposed of. Jarrett goes back for the figure four. And then they bring out a run in, which looks like a quote unquote fan who's going to clean house. And they even have police come in to give the indication that this wasn't part of the show. But later in an interview, Ramon would call the guy Savio. So this is the debut of Savio Vega here. Pretty cool way, since you've already got it sort of naturally built in that this was supposed to be a tag match. 1-2-3 Kid can't do it. So now they've got the advantage on him and he needs a friend. Well, who better than Savio Vega? Excellent way to debut him here.
Yeah. And we had, Savio there that trying to come up with something for Savio and trying to come up with something for him to do. Right time, right place, and right situation to take the mask off of him from the whole Quang gimmick and let him be this Puerto Rican superstar that he truly was, and try to get that character out of him. So it was introduce him with Razor and let nature take its course.
Do you prefer Savio Vega or Quang?
God damn it. It was TNT. Long for it was Quang, and he was El Casario in the Mid-South. So there.
Fuckers.
And I remember he was El Casario. He came in and he shaved his head. And everybody used to give him a hard time saying, ooh, we're telling Carlos you shaved your head. Because he wore a mask and wore the karate pants and all that stuff. So it was, he's had many different names. I think Savio Vega has been the best one for him.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.